Cinema.
Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Paul the Collector. What's up, everybody?
And today we're doing RocknRolla, a movie you gave me.
Yes.
2008, Guy Ritchie, and it has a fucking all-star cast. Gerard Butler, Tom Wilkin, Mark Strong, Idris Elba. I was surprised when I saw him in here. I was like, oh shit. Tom Hardy. You said he had a small part, but he had a...
I didn't think it was that big. I didn't think it was that big of a role.
More than I thought it was going to be.
I did. How funny was that twist, though? When you saw that coming?
Oh, my God.
That shit was hilarious, right?
So I watched it this morning.
Right.
Because I had a bunch of shit going on, and I didn't have a chance to watch it. So I watched it this morning, and I laughed at it. And then I was rewatching it before you got here, just because. And it got to that part, I was dying laughing. And my wife's like, what's so funny? And I told her,
bub. You handsome bub. You handsome bub. You're not gay.
I'm glad you brought that up because
that shit was too funny.
Budget. I think I said that before we hit record. I
wouldn't have guessed that. I probably would have said like 10 tops. Like,
really?
There's really not that much action though.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people in here.
Yeah, but if you think about it though, it's kind of like one of those things that like with Snatch. Like at that time, like he got all the biggest British actors to be in Snatch and Lock, Stock, Two Barrels. Like I just assumed that they were all friends of his, and
right, that's true. They do.
You know what I mean?
Like
they just take a pay cut to go in and do it. You know,
that's true. He 18 million
because they just did that movie, The Gentleman, and you want to talk about a fucking cast? They had Matthew McConaughey, fucking Colin Farrell, a bunch of dudes in that one. Charlie Hunnam, the guy from Sons of Anarchy.
All right, so spoilers for this movie, but I went up to Best Buy earlier and I bought The Gentleman because I watched this movie. I'm like, I need to see it. Like,
I fucking love The Gentleman, bro. It is one of my favorite new fucking movies, bro.
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it this weekend because
don't watch it yet, bro. I'm gonna use that for my next pick.
Wow, that's not fair,
dude. Because honestly, I was gonna wait, dude, because I was gonna judge your thing off this. I was like, because if he didn't like this movie, he ain't gonna like The fucking Gentleman.
But I fucking love Snatch and
and dude, that's what I was saying, bro. That's what I was getting to before we started.
Yeah.
Fucking, this is his wheelhouse, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, people talk about, oh, you need to grow as a fucking director. No, bro. If you do something well, there's nothing wrong with making that your bread and butter.
There are other directors trying to copy his style because it's so him.
It's great, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he borrowed some elements from other people like Tarantino, like how he just has all these different plots going, all these different characters.
Yeah.
And they're all great characters. Like, almost every character from any of his gangster movies, you always remember that guy. Bulletproof fucking Tony from Snatch and Tyrone. Like,
they're memorable characters.
You know what I mean? Like, and he just writes them so well. And the dialogue, fucking mwah.
Yeah, he is really great.
He's great with dialogue, man. And then he can make such shit movies too. And it's like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, I was looking at his discography. Like, besides these like gangster, whatever you call them.
I call them British gangster movies.
British gangster movies, yeah. Besides these, I don't really care about anything else he really did.
No, I like the Sherlock Holmes movies.
Well,
a lot of people don't,
them,
but
like
I
British.
Like them. Yeah, but they're not gangster though.
Not gangster, but it's still that same like wheelhouse, like the comedy, action, detective. But
I did not like the fucking King Arthur movie at all.
I didn't watch it because I don't care.
I'm trying to think of like what else he did. I like Lock, Stock, and Two Barrels. That's good.
That's another one I haven't seen. I pretty much have only seen Snatch from him and the Sherlock Holmes.
Dude, Snatch was the first one I saw.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, I don't know why, but I love this fucking movie. Like, it's so fucking funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, and like that was like where I discovered my love for Jason Statham was from Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, he really pulls something out of him different than other directors.
I want to say this is the first movie I ever saw Jason Statham in was Snatch, and then off of that I saw Lock, Stock, and Two Barrels, and then I saw Ghost Planet.
Stock, Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I saw Ghost of Mars with Ice Cube, and he's in that. I saw him in that, and then I saw him in Jet Li, The One. And like from there, I watched everything Jason Statham was ever in.
Yeah,
but
I liked the Transporter movies. Like, they're silly, but if you take them for what they are.
Yeah, they're like John Wick's with a ball guy.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
And a car. Well, John Wick has a car too, so never mind. Anyway, so this fucking movie.
Yes. Yeah, we've completely. But like, I do love Guy Ritchie.
Yeah. I've not learned to love him, but I realize I like him a lot more than I realized I do. So that's why I went out and bought The Gentleman to watch that.
Yeah, you should definitely wait.
I mean, I'll watch it and we can still talk about it.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure.
Because I really, really want to see it.
Oh yeah. We'll watch it then. Yeah.
But this one, so he apparently got away from this, this style of movie, and then he went back to it, and this is his like first movie back to this, and
it really didn't do that great. I remember.
No, it didn't.
Like, I don't know why, but like it just didn't do good in theaters.
I don't know. I don't think a lot of people. I don't think this type of movie is very like for the average moviegoer. Like that, I don't think they care. But like us,
right?
We just love the dialogue. We love the comedy. Can I just talk about how fucking funny this guy is? Like, he writes comedy brilliantly.
Yeah, he really does. The Mark Strong's character is one of my favorite characters in this movie.
Which
Archie.
one is he?
Archie, Big Archie. He's the old man. He's Tom Wilkinson's number one.
Right.
And I don't know why I can't think of what the old man's called, but he's the snitch. And it's no spoilers, obviously. But yeah, when he's talking about slap one of the guys in the crew. And he's like, slaps him. He's like, no, proper slap him. He's like, what do you mean proper? He's like this. He's like, look at him. He hasn't had a thought like that since he was in third grade.
And before we hit record, you were telling me about the Tom Hardy part, or
I told you about this because we both love Tom Hardy so much, and I was like, yeah, he's in this movie, but like I didn't think his role was that big, but he plays a character named Handsome Bob, and he's in Gerard Butler's crew. Gerard Butler's crew is called the Wild Bunch, and they're all a bunch of fucking thieves and gangsters, and they all just hang out and look out for each other.
Right.
And you meet a bunch of them throughout the movie. But let me give you kind of like overall arc.
All right, go ahead.
Tom Wilkinson's character, like I said, for some reason I want to pull up the fucking cast.
The problem is there's so many like
characters.
People,
I know, it's
characters,
crazy.
And it's hard to keep track of like everything that's going on. Same with like Snatch. Like there's just so much going on.
There it is. Boom. Cast. Where's the old man? Lenny Cole. Lenny Cole is like the OG of London.
Right.
And he's got his hands in everything, construction. If you want to build a building in London, you got to go through Lenny Cole.
Right.
And Gerard Butler's character, 1-2, and Idris Elba, Mumbles, they want to get into real estate because they know that if they can get a building built, they can make a bunch of money. They can steal from it, all this other shit.
Right. And they're trying to go legit, but all the banks are like, no.
But Lenny Cole could make it happen for him.
Right.
And he does it. But what Lenny Cole always does is fuck everybody over and then take it over for himself. Like, you bring it to him and he's like, oh, well, I don't think it'll work out. And I tried, but you know how it goes, kids. And then he'll fucking buy the property for less than nothing and fucking keep it.
Yeah.
Well, Mark Strong, Archie is his number one, his right hand man, and this is another great fucking character, and this is like a lot of people take or leave this guy as an actor, but I thought he was really good in this movie. Well, I don't know why the fuck I can't find him.
So many fucking people in this.
Oh,
movie.
there he is, Toby Kebbell. Toby Kebbell. Johnny Quid plays a punk rock star who is Lenny Cole's stepson. And his mom killed herself. She went to the asylum and killed herself.
Right.
And he was left to take care of this kid. And obviously a fucking gangster is nobody to raise a fucking child. So he sent him off to fucking boarding schools and just beat the shit out of him. They pretty much raised him. Made him like shit.
This kid was my favorite part of this whole fucking movie.
And well, he's faked his death like 3 fucking times. And every time he fakes his death, his albums go through the roof and people start doing all these benefit concerts and shit for him, and he just racks up the fucking money.
There was not enough of him in this movie, and I wanted there to be more. Well, the thing is like, he's in the movie.
If he ever gets a chance to make the second one of this motherfucker.
Yes. Oh my God. I will fucking watch it, buy it. I'll be the biggest fan because like halfway through, this guy starts appearing a lot more in this movie, and he had my side hurting because he's just so fucking funny.
Yep. Well, because he throws a monkey wrench into the whole fucking thing.
Right.
But anyways, so Lenny Cole, big dick running shit, and 1-2 hustler.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much the two it revolves around the most. Well, there's this big Russian billionaire, and he also played in Running Scared. Played the Russian in that. The stepdad, the one that had the John Wayne tattoo on his back and shit. Same guy. He
Fuck that movie.
He's about to do a business deal with Lenny Cole, and he gives him this painting, which is like he says it's his good luck charm.
Right.
And he wants him to hold on to it.
As a sign of respect and, to show that.
To be good business,
Exactly.
So he hangs it up above his desk or whatever. And he's just like, yeah, no problem, man. I'll just sit here, and then when we're done, because this Russian guy's a billionaire, and he ain't nobody to fuck with either.
Mm-hmm.
Though Lenny knows that, like, I got to show this guy some fucking respect. I can't show him the old whoop-de-whoop. But anyways, well, everybody thinks that his stepson is dead. Well, he knows how to get into this house better than anybody else. And while looking to steal shit to fund his heroin. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this. He's a British punk rocker, also a deeply addicted to heroin.
Yeah.
And he's looking for shit to steal in the house and sees this fucking painting. And it doesn't ever show you what the painting looks like. But it must be the most amazing fucking thing you've ever seen in your life.
Right.
Because
it was a very, golden suitcase.
It was the diamond in Snatch.
Yeah.
It literally was what kept the plot going.
Well, that's the thing. What he does is he makes a MacGuffin, and then he writes all these characters around it. And I usually hate that plot point, but he does it so well. Like, I would watch this over and over and over just because of he knows how to write characters. Yeah,
the gentleman, he actually finds a way to improve on it, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like you're really going to enjoy that one.
Oh, I'm sure. Like, Snatch, Sherlock Holmes, like, I was pumped. Like, we went to Best Buy, and I was like, I need to find The Gentleman. Got it on Blu-ray. I'm going to fucking watch it because I'm excited.
I'm pissed that I don't own it on Blu-ray. I have it on digital. I'm fucking mad about that.
Yeah.
But, like, I still watch it all the time. So anyways,
speaking of, I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you look like in your movies to see if you had 2 copies of this?
No, dude. I think what might have happened is I gave it to you when I gave you all those movies, and when you gave them back, I thought I had just an extra copy. I might have gave it to somebody.
I see. That's fine. It's no problem.
But I mean, like I said, at one point I had like 4 copies of the motherfucker, and I just kept giving them away
because I knew I had it. I was like 100%. I went in there, looked at my movies. The wife was looking with. She's like, "You don't have this movie." I was like, "I know I have this movie." So I must have accidentally given it back with your stack.
So I think you did. But like I said, I'll get it again, man.
Nah, it's not that serious.
But yeah, anyway, so the painting becomes the whole thing in the movie because he steals it, and everybody thinks he's dead. Mm-hmm. So the whole plot of the movie is we got to find this fucking guy and find this painting because the Russian guy keeps trying to get the painting back because he gets robbed every time he goes to pay Lenny Cole's character or Tom Wilkinson's character. Gerard Butler's group, their gangs robs him of the money, which is hilarious because they get these 2 Russian fucking mercenaries, which is a great scene. They're sitting in this fucking armored car showing each other all their fucking wounds.
Scars, yeah.
They're undoing their bulletproof vests and they're like, fucking grenade blew half my guts out. I had to put them back in and shit.
Mine's worse.
They're showing her like where half his leg got blown off with a fucking this or that.
And then they get hit by a fucking car.
Semi-truck, dude. They cut the fucking bolt cutters off. They cut the briefcase off, and they're fucking doing it. He grabs him by the he's like, "Fuck, I can't get out."
He did, and then it leads into like a really long foot chase
scene. And Gerard Butler's like, "Come on, motherfucker, run!" Like,
and that's the funniest part. Is that's one thing that you don't see as movies. You see a lot of foot chase, but you don't see like when 2 people get fucking tired and don't want to run anymore. And that was so funny when him and the Russian are like walking. Chasing each other.
They fucking shot these Russians up. They blew them up. They fucking beat the shit out of them. They hit them with all kinds of shit, man. And they just kept fucking coming. They were like Russian Terminators.
But it's just such a funny gag is to watch these 2 people like walking, like barely being able to stand up, chasing each other.
Well, what was funny was because Gerard Butler was fucking around, running backwards, talking shit to the fat one when he was chasing him. Well, when the skinny one woke up from whatever they did to him, He's like, yeah, what's up? Ready for round 2? 'Cause
Right.
I could run, bitch.
Yeah,
And
he was
you
built
can
like
see
a
Gerard
motherfucker.
Butler's face just go, what the fuck? And he's barely making it, dude.
Right.
And then finally the Russian gives up, and he just gives him like a Russian, like, I'm going to fuck you in the ass when I see you again.
Yeah.
And Gerard Butler's like, it just fucking blows the kids out of
No,
him.
no, no. He
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
suck a dick.
But anyways, a lot of great scenes in this movie.
It is. It's packed for it. I have to say I didn't like it as much as Snatched. I feel like Snatched.
Oh no, Snatch is fucking. I don't know, man. Snatch is probably my top 10 favorite movies. Of all
Right.
time.
It's like his best work.
Yeah, it's got so many fucking great one-liners in it.
does.
Like just Jason Statham and and Tommy, his character in that shit is hilarious.
Right.
Fuck me, Tommy. What have you been learning?
Oh. You talk about Goodfellas, how there's not a wasted scene.
Yeah, that's how
Snatch
Snatch
is the
is
same.
for sure. Yeah,
Like there's not a wasted moment in that movie.
Why do they call him? Why do they call him Johnny Four Fingers? Because he makes stupid bets with dangerous people, Doug. And when they can't pay, he gives them the fucking chop. Evie, sit down and shut up, you big bald fuck. Yeah, and there's so many great characters in that, but that's why I like this one too, because it's kind of like that. But
It is. This is like Snatch light, and that's why spoilers. I love this movie. Like I had so much fun with it.
Oh my god, dude, two.
Yeah.
My first win of 2021, man. That's what I'm talking
Right.
about. Hell yeah. But so anyways, they rob him of the money, and Lenny Cole is like, hey man, why aren't you paying? Because I got this fucking judge over here, or lawyer, or whatever he was, holding this account open so you could do that.
Right.
And he was like, every time I do it, he's like, it keeps stealing my money. I need my painting back. And then, he doesn't have the fucking painting. And then it cuts to Johnny Quid, who's in a shithole, wasted away on heroin. And he's got this guy with him who is just another junkie and like just does whatever he wants and like follows him around. And he just kind of teaches him life lessons, like kind of, I don't know, like he's a disciple almost to him. He just kind of
how to be an enlightened junkie.
Yeah, he just kind of goes off on these fucking tangents where he's actually talking about something, crazy good, but like it's just like, you're a fucking junkie though. Like when they're down in that bar and he just starts playing the piano and he's talking about the difference, like the same reason why there's a warning label on cigarettes is like why people do the shit they do or something like that.
Yeah.
It's actually like a valid point because like it's true. Like shit does have a warning label on it.
Yeah.
But that's why people do it.
Exactly. I love seeing those warning labels that don't make any sense. You're like, why is this here? It's like, because someone did something fucking stupid and now there's warning labels for that person.
Yep. Eddie's got like a real gangster violent streak in them. They're trying to go to a club and they look like shit because they've been up for days, just doing drugs.
Right.
He's like, fuck off, junkies. He's like, I like to file a complaint because he hits the little weak guy that's with him and he don't like that shit. So he's got this pencil that he always has on his ear. And he takes that motherfucker and starts stabbing the fuck out of this bouncer with this fucking pencil, man. Gets him in the fucking neck, face, all that shit. Beats the fuck out of him, and then they just run off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways.
That's my whole thing whenever they talk about weapons and stuff like that. I'm like, you can kill somebody with a pencil. Like, nothing.
There's so many different ways you can kill somebody.
Right, that's what
crazy.
I'm saying. Like, you're trying to take things away from people. There's weapons all around us.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah.
Have you seen how prisoners kill each other? Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh my god, it's fucking scary.
How'd you like to know you got your life ended by like a melted down spoon?
You ever watch? We went on a tangent on last episode, and some people didn't appreciate it.
What
about our cartel hits?
Oh yeah.
Like rewatching it, re-listening to it, I was like, we probably shouldn't have gone there, but whatever.
What were we talking about?
We're talking
cartel hits?
The way cartel take out people. I don't want to get back
it's
into
brutal.
it.
That's brutal. Yeah.
But it got me thinking. Anyway, have you ever watched those videos of like people in jail taking somebody out? Like there was this big dude. He just like turns around, like shanks this guy. A guy falls to the ground. He just turns back around, like nothing happened. I was like, what the fuck? That's intense.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So yeah, prison's pretty crazy.
Prison's ruthless, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's prison. There's
Yeah.
animals.
Those were the reason the motherfuckers were locked up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah, like in there, everybody's signed up, dude. Like, even people that don't want to be that bad, don't want to be that guy. Like, you got to.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna make it.
Oh fuck no, you're not gonna make it. Like,
or you can hold somebody's pocket.
That's brutal, dude. That's so brutal.
Speaking of, can we talk about my favorite part of this fucking movie?
Yeah.
I think we did briefly. Like, we talk about it before the podcast, but I don't know if we hit record yet. But Tom Hardy's character riding in the car with Gerard Butler, and Tom Hardy, like, you could tell something's on his mind.
Did you order some?
I got food coming.
Nice.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Nice.
So yeah, my dog's freaking out. He just gets excited when people come over.
Yeah.
Every time, but it's an alarm. It's a nice alarm to be like, somebody is here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nobody's getting in this bitch.
No,
Like,
not without me knowing.
No, not at all.
Little yap dog. I love him though. So Tom Hardy's like character looks like he has something on his mind. Gerard Butler's like, oh, what's going on?
I know you're going to jail, man. It's going to be all right, because
Yeah.
they can't figure out. Cause that's another storyline for the Wild Bunch's plot is every once in a while somebody in their crew has to go to fucking prison for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Like some anonymous snitch puts a case against them, and I guess in London it's just like that. Like, it's just, that's how they do it. Like,
I guess so. Yeah.
one person will testify. They don't have to go to any court or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not America.
They just lock your ass up for however long they,
Feel necessary. Yeah. But he's like, no, it's not that. He's like, well, talk to me, Bob. Like, what's going on? He's like, you wouldn't understand. He's like, what do you mean? You're my best mate. Like, I'll understand anything you have to say. He's like, oh, you sure about that? Yeah. He's like, all right. So I don't fancy the strippers. He's like, okay. He's like, I fancy you.
Fuck you, Bob.
Slams on the brakes, jumps out of the car. What the fuck, Bob? Like, what? You're my best mate, and you're a fag.
You're a handsome bub. You're a handsome bub. You can't be gay.
You pull the ladies.
I've seen you with so many women.
You've seen my dick. So he gets back in the car and they're driving. He's like,
I told you wouldn't understand.
So Bob, what is it you want to do to me? He's trying to be understanding.
Because he's like, you're my best friend, so anything you want, man, I'm going to help you out, Well, that was before he told him.
Right?
So you think that he's going to, like, ask to fuck him or whatever,
No, he just wants to slow dance.
It cuts to them slow dancing in a fucking club. Like, it's hilarious, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many funny things in this fucking movie. It's so great.
Yeah, that shit killed me. The first time I watched that movie, I was like, what the fuck? I started dying laughing.
And that's what I was saying. Like, Tom Hardy has, like, a big enough part where he's...
And then another great scene is it was before they go to rob the Russian guy. Mm-hmm. Gerard Butler is like, uneasy as fuck about it all. And Idris Elba just sees right through it. He's like, well, you so jumpy? Is it because of Bub? What do you mean because of Bub? What did he fucking tell you?
Right.
And he's like, he's gay and he told you he loved you. He's like, and you're all fine with that. He's like, I've always known.
We've always known. You're the only one that doesn't. Just suck his cock.
He goes, so what you fucking say? He's like, so Bob's your best mate, so you popped him in his ass and sent him on his way for prison. I didn't know I fucking do that. It's all right, mate. Nobody judges you. Nobody looks at you any different. We do what we do for our family or some shit like that. And then Bob pops up from behind. He's like, you're supposed to be in fucking prison. He's like, I got my sentence commuted. Oh, that shit was great.
That was pretty funny.
But Gerard Butler is nailing the Russian. No, it's this lawyer. It's this lawyer. He's a gay dude, but he has to marry this lady to make it look like he's straight. Whatever. Well, that's how Tom Hardy gets out of jail. He finds out who the snitch is, but they go by an alias. So that's the whole thing. They're trying to find out who the snitch is.
Yeah.
Get it? Well, they're trying to figure it out. Well, meantime, the Russian dude is getting tired of Lenny Cole's shit, and he thinks he's the one robbing him. So they go out to this golf course. Another great scene. They're like out on the fucking ninth
Oh my
hole.
God, that was so funny. I was like hoping for that to happen. I'm like, please do something to this motherfucker. Like, he is getting on my nerves. He thinks he cannot be taken down.
He thinks he's just the hottest motherfucker ever. Like,
Exactly.
This is my fucking town. You don't fucking threaten me, you fucking immigrant. He calls him an immigrant like twice. So he just kind of gives him the nod, and old boy beats the shit out of his leg with a fucking 9-iron.
Yeah.
Not even the Russian guy, because he's a billionaire. He'll put hands on people.
Yeah, he had someone else take care of his
This
dirty work.
motherfucker makes a putt in front of his face as he's in agonizing pain because he just had his leg fucking shattered with a fucking 9-iron.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great scene.
It is.
And he gives him this fucking cold, calculated speech, like about how, you fucked with me and I tried to be a good guy about it or whatever. Now you're going to give me my painting. He goes, you're on the 9th hole. That's a long crawl back to the clubhouse.
You'll get there by dawn.
It'll give you a lot of time to think about your mistakes and shit like that. It's so fucking great. So now everybody's trying to find Johnny Quid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's hanging out with this other junkie, and there's like these two guys. They rob everybody through this whole fucking movie. They're also junkies, but they take shit that they steal and they try to sell it to the Wild Bunch because they're the guys you go to when you got shit you're not supposed to have, and they find a place for it. Same thing happens with the painting because these junkies steal the painting from these junkies. And then Johnny Quid gets mad as fuck because he loves that painting. And they're like, you got to get the painting back. Because if you don't get the painting back, bad things are going to happen. And he's like, I can't get that painting back. I love it. I need it. Anyways, the Russian gets fed up. He finds out that the girl, she's like an accountant. That's what it is. She's supposed to be helping him cover his losses because he keeps having all this money stolen from him.
I have to say, Snatch was pretty easy to follow storyline. Yeah. This one was a little bit harder.
Yeah.
It was a little more convoluted. I wasn't sure what characters, what their part was without paying, super close attention, so...
Well, old girl, she was the accountant, and she was also the one giving Gerard Butler all the information on how to steal shit from him.
Okay.
So the Russian had her fucking killed.
Yeah.
Once he finds out, because he goes to her house. That's right, because Gerard Butler buys the paintings from the junkies. Well, one of the guys in his group does.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, I know your lady friend. She's famous, or she's real fancy. She'll like that shit. I bought it for you for nothing. Mm-hmm. And he takes it over there, and she's like, this is amazing. I love it, because everybody loves this fucking painting. Well, the Russian dude comes over there because he wants her, and he knows she's married, but he doesn't know what she's got going on, because of course she's fucking Gerard Butler, So, Russian sees the painting in the house, sends old boy in there that just shattered Lenny's fucking leg, blows her head off, takes the painting.
Fun fact, whenever Gerard Butler and her are having their sex scene, he had a throat infection and she wouldn't kiss him, so that's why it was edited that way.
Nice.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Throat infection.
Yeah.
This is Sparta. Yeah, man, Gerard Butler, man, he made some hits for a while.
Law-abiding citizen.
I fucking love that movie. Yeah, it's great.
But I was trying to think of other movies that he did that.
That's really it, man.
300, this and
I like that movie with him and Katherine Heigl. It's not great, but I think there's some funny shit in it.
Which one?
The Ugly Truth.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's like I said, it's not.
I don't
great,
like Katherine Heigl though, so
yeah, that's why if they would have picked a different woman, it would have been better. Because I barely can stand her in 40-Year-Old Virgin, and I love that movie.
Oh, The Bounty Hunter, that was pretty funny.
It's all right, yeah, with him and Jennifer Aniston, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Katherine Heigl, but he's not a bounty hunter. It's
True.
Just different.
You're right. He really doesn't. He didn't.
Gods of Egypt was terrible.
I heard.
Horrible CGI.
I heard it was real dog shit. I didn't even bother.
And it spent so much on it. Geostorm looked terrible.
Oh yeah, he was in that movie 43. Did you ever watch that?
Oh
it's
no!
a bunch of skits.
Yeah, I wanted to watch it. I've never seen it though.
Okay, so whenever that movie came out, I heard a lot of really terrible things. So I'm like, oh, let me just stay away from that. I have to be honest. It was pretty funny.
You liked it?
It was pretty funny. Like, it has some funny skits. It has some dumb skits. Don't get me wrong. Not
Right.
everything is a hit.
Well, I hear there's a lot of big names did it, though. Like,
So the director called in all of his favors,
Right.
all his Hollywood favors, and he got everyone that he could in this movie to do these like skits. And some of them aren't great, but some of them are actually really fucking funny. So I would definitely check it out. Like the ball scene with Hugh Jackman, like that was kind of dumb, but
I'll have to give it a watch.
yeah.
So that's really the whole movie is just skits. Like
It's
it has
just
no-
skits, yeah.
has
It's
no
like
plot or
it's like
anything?
an SNL skit thing. I think there is kind of a plot, if I remember correctly. It tries to, but it's like so half-assed. Oh, right, because somebody's pitching a movie and he's pitching like ideas, and they're using the skits too. I think I haven't watched it in a couple of years, so
Yeah, because it's called like Movie 43 or some shit,
Yeah.
isn't it? Okay. All right. I'll have to give it a watch.
and it's pretty funny. You might like it.
You know what movie I saw as a kid that I haven't seen in forever, but I saw the preview for it on YouTube, and it makes me want to watch it? That one with John Ritter, where him and his old lady get sucked into the TV, and they're like in the cartoons and in the fucking game shows and all that other.
Oh my god, I vaguely remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I haven't seen it in forever,
What's
but I
the
saw
name
it
of
on.
it?
It's on Amazon Prime. I want to watch it.
What's the name of it?
It's like, oh shit, damn! You didn't test me. I could have told you. Some of them, damn, it's gonna bother me.
Yeah,
John Ritter movies.
I'm looking at it too. You better be glad I started going in and editing these things. I started taking out all like the dead air and stuff.
Stay tuned. That's what it is. Stay tuned.
I vaguely remember that. Like, I do remember as a kid, like either watching it or seeing like a preview for it or something. I was like, that's so weird, but yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, but yeah, RocknRolla, man.
So he kills the girl.
Yeah, he does kill the girl. He takes the painting, and I don't know how he gets it back after that. Does he?
I'm not sure, because I know that the junkies take it to sell it. The guy gets it,
Right.
and then I'm not sure.
You know what it was? Archie killed the Russian dude and took it back
Okay.
because he gives it to Johnny at the end of the movie. He goes, "I got
Oh,
you a
right,
present
right.
for getting out of rehab," and he's like, "Thank you, Big Arch," or whatever he calls him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One funny scene is whenever the guy gets his legs broken, he's in a wheelchair for the rest of the movie, and his son sees him for the first time when in the wheelchair. He's like, "Wow, Dad, nice wheels." It's so fucking stupid and disrespectful.
Who do we have under the bags today? Let me
Yeah.
guess. 1, 2. Mumbles. Yeah.
And he keeps talking shit, and finally his dad's just fed up with it, and he shoots him in the stomach, and then he's like hunched over, and he's like, "If you wanted to shut me up, you gotta aim a little higher, Dad." I love this fucking guy, and I hope they do eventually do the second and third
Don't
one.
hit me, Arch. I'm only little. That elevator scene is fucking harsh.
I died laughing.
And then when they fucking get back in there and the dumbass henchman's in there with him, he's like, when we get downstairs, he's going to shoot you twice. Once in the head, 2 in the throat, just to make sure.
Yeah.
And then he just thinks about it, and they take the fucking gun, and he's like, now shoot him.
No. They shoot both of them, and then the elevator doors are about to open. He's like, "Give me the gun," and he hesitates, and he's like, "He's not gonna hit you. His head's blown off."
He's not going to hurt you. He's dead. Yeah, that's good.
So they get him the gun. The doors open. There's 2 henchmen. He pops them, and then he's like, "A little help, fellas." So they pick him up. And then,
drop him.
another henchman is like, "Put him up." Everyone puts their hands up. He falls to the ground. I fucking died laughing.
that
It's
was
so
good.
like
It's
slapsticky.
Jeremy Piven and Ludacris, too, which is great.
Oh yeah, I
But
meant to mention that. Like
Yeah.
fucking Ludacris is in this. Like what the fuck?
that's another funny little scene when they're in their club and they're trying to figure out where Johnny Quinn is because, of course, the gangsters come and visit them.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll shut your fucking club down if you don't find him for us.
Right.
He's like, he's fucking dead. He's like, he's always fucking dead. Find him. Like, I really enjoyed Mark Strong's character in this. He did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
But that little punk rocker dude comes in. He's like, hey, I wanted some dry ice for my show. He's like, I got you Ladies of the Blue, this and that. He's like, and once again, into my bag I go. And he just has this great little speech about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tomorrow, some dry ice would be nice.
I got your fucking dry eyes. Yeah, that was a really funny scene. That was pretty. But that's what I'm saying. Guy Ritchie knows how to write his characters. Fuck, that guy.
He really does. It's like just like it's such a small thing that you wouldn't expect it, but it makes the movie great.
It does.
Like you said, it makes it feel like there's nobody wasted in it.
Right.
But
like even his side characters are just fucking hilarious, and they're not just side characters taking up space. Like they have something, like the whole slapping scene. The dude's just there to get slapped.
That was so fucking funny though.
But he gets slapped a few times in the movie. That's like a running joke, and it's fucking hilarious.
Every time you say something stupid, I'm gonna smack you. And he does too. He fucking smacks the shit out of him every time. Mm-hmm. It's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, they
that's the thing. The Russian, he gets over with it, gets his painting. So as far as you know, it's all good and shit. Mm-hmm. He's done. And the old man is pissed because he just lost out on all this fucking money, and now he's gonna kill fucking Gerard Butler and Idris Elba because he finds out that they're the ones that robbed him. Then he gets Johnny. He's gonna fucking kill him because he's a fucking junkie and a pain in his ass. And then they go out, but at the same time, that's when they find out that Lenny Cole has been the snitch. He's the one that's been sending everybody to prison. And Mark Strong's character finds out about it because I forgot Tom Hardy's with him too.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that's got that file. And he said, don't fucking kill me or you'll never know. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, he's the one that's been sending everybody away.
Right.
And then Mark Strong goes through the file and he's reading off the fucking sentences that everybody got that he gave. Because like he was such a fucking big snitch that they even asked him, how long do you think the guy should get? And he's like, you even sent me away for 7 fucking years. Like, so they feed him to some kind of fucking like fish, mackerel or some super mackerel or some fucking shit. Mm-hmm. Tuna. I don't know what it is, but it's supposed to be like some brutal fucking death. And they feed this old dude in his wheelchair and everything right down there to him. And Gerard Butler and them, they lived to fight another day.
Yeah.
You know, because of course they're grateful as fuck to old boy for not killing him. And the son, he ends up living. Johnny Quibb ends up living, and Archie, because he liked the kid because he looked out for him for all those years.
Right.
There's also a really good scene like halfway through the movie where it's like Archie remembering how long it's been that he's been watching over Johnny, even when he's a kid, and he's like, my Uncle Arch over there is a fucking gangster. He'll fucking kill you.
Oh yeah.
And he pulls his fucking gun out, and he's like, give me the fucking gun.
I do remember.
All
that,
right, boys. So we didn't see anything. He gives them like $100 each.
Yeah.
I'll fucking kill you. He like plays right into it. It's fucking hilarious. Or he tells him he's the boogeyman or some shit, and then it fucking flashes to the kid who's sitting in the car and he's smiling. He's like, bang, bang. So he ends up like sticking with the kid and it gets him clean, and that's how the movie ends. He's like comes out of rehab. He's all clean cut. He's looked like shit the entire movie, but he looks all put together.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you want to do now, son? He's like, I gave it all up except for these little fuckers because he smokes cigarettes the whole fucking
bastards,
movie.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to be a real rock and roller just like you, Uncle Arch. And then it cuts to the real rock and roller.
I know, like usually they have.
And this movie was made to win. 08?
Oh wait, yeah.
We probably ain't getting it done.
Probably not. Yeah, because usually movies set it up to like there could be, but this guy flat out says like will be.
The Wild Bunch and Archie and the Wild Bunch will be back in the real rock and roller
too, basically. Yep. But this was supposed to be set up like a trilogy.
That would have been. I don't know about a trilogy, but definitely 2 of them. You could have definitely done 2 because now Johnny's running shit. That would have been dope. Like I could have really liked that. You could have set
Still
up.
Can.
Dude, I mean, it's possible, bro. Like Guy Ritchie, like I don't know how well The Gentleman did. How much did this movie make? I'm interested to know.
I think it was like 117,000. It wasn't like
wow, that bad. Huh?
I think so. Let me double check because
18 billion. That's all they got.
Yeah, because I remember seeing the budget and everything. I was like, damn, that's pretty. Like,
I've always wondered if they even do well in England. You know, where they take place at. Like you would think people would like that. The movies were, you know, in their neighborhoods and shit.
True. Oh, it grossed worldwide like 25 mil, so
barely made its money back.
Yeah, so it didn't do well. Like box office numbers anyway.
If you could talk what's his name? Toby Kibble? Like, he ain't making great movies right now. Like, I'm sure he would come back for it.
Yeah,
I just watched Bloodsport the other day. I was going to do a par mini review on it. It's okay. You know what I'm talking about?
Bloodsport?
With is that what it's called?
Bloodsport is like way back in the day with
No. This one is Bloodspot.
Bloodspot.
With Vin Diesel.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's based. It's based on that comic book.
I've seen it on like Voodoo and stuff. Like I pass it and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Bloodshot. That's what it is.
Bloodshot. Okay.
Bloodshot. Yeah. And like they don't really make the character look like it does in the comics. He's got like a flat top and he's pale
Really?
white with red eyes. I don't know, but I mean, I watched it. It wasn't terrible.
Wasn't terrible. That's surprising.
It wasn't great though. Guy Pearce was the villain, and he actually did a pretty good job. I like Guy Pearce though. I don't think he gets a lot of credit for being a good actor, but I think he's a pretty good actor.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, I see him in things that I like.
I was trying to think of another movie I just saw him in the other day. He was good in. LA Confidential. I fucking love that movie. Never seen LA Confidential? Oh man, you gotta watch that.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe, fucking Guy Pearce, Kim Basinger. It's awesome.
I'll check it out. Yeah. You know what's funny is on this podcast I was thinking about it because like at least once on every episode I talk about how I haven't seen a movie. It's like we're doing a podcast about movies and I haven't seen anything.
You've seen movies though.
I know. Like I have a whole like DVD like wall, but I always watch like.
But that's what's made this podcast stay as fun to me because the fact that our tastes in movies, like we have our directors that we both enjoy, but other than that, we do have just like different loves, you know. And I think that that's cool that. You know, we're able to find something out of our normal for the other one to like. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Like, I consider it a win as fuck, dude. Like, I've got two now that you just liked, you know?
Yeah. I don't love it as much as Snatch, but I really enjoyed this one. I had a good time with it. I'm probably going to, like, rewatch it again at some time.
I think you're going to love The Gentleman, man, because it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, my brother went and watched it, and, like, as soon as it was over, he's like, you got to watch Gentleman. It's so good.
Yeah, me and the wife went and saw that in theaters. That's how excited we were.
He did too.
Because we both love Guy Ritchie movies. We both love RocknRolla. She asked me before I came over. She's like, "What movie y'all doing?" I was like, "RocknRolla." I was like, "It's my pick." She was like, "Yeah, I know." She's like, "Greg wouldn't have picked that movie." I was like, "I'm interested to see what he said," because I was like, when he was like, he couldn't find his copy. I was like, he might have liked it. He wants his to watch it again. But yeah. So I'm glad you liked it though, man.
I did. I enjoyed it a lot.
I give this movie, I give it an 8.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I love it, man. Like,
this is like a recommended, especially if you're into this style of like British gangster movies. It's a highly recommended.
I've just like kind of realized that over the last couple of years that I do enjoy British gangster films because like Legend. With you know Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I really like that one too.
I love it, and a lot of people are like, "Yeah, it's not bad, man. It's just so fucking long." I love I love all of it, man. I watch all that shit. Like
it's because they have like such like great one-liners. Like those British one-liners
really
are
man.
fucking
it's
like
so cool, and just the swagger they have, man. Like I fuck with that, and like the suits, all of it, man. They have their own shit going on. I don't know, man. I just thought it was really cool.
And you like Peaky Blinders, and that's
I love fucking Peaky Blinders, man. See what I'm saying? Like I think I just fuck with British gangsters, man.
I think you just fuck with gangsters all over the world.
It's true. It's true. But yeah, man, it's just like Guy Ritchie's forte, man. And like, if he just did this for forever, be like if Kevin Smith just did Jay and Silent Bob movies forever, I'd be fine with that.
Right. This is definitely his wheelhouse, and he's very, very good at it. So I think he should just stay here, like just live here. Like this is what you like doing, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, if it's paying the bills, bro, just stay with it.
Yeah.
You know?
We love it, and I want to keep seeing it, and that's why I went ahead and bought The Gentleman, because I want to watch it so bad now. I just want to watch everything he's done.
Yeah, I think you're gonna love it, dude. Matthew McConaughey does a fantastic fucking job.
I believe it.
Movie.
I'm so glad, because like, you know, back in the day, you would kind of like laugh at Matthew McConaughey, like, oh, that fucking rom-com guy, but he's really coming out of the shell.
Matthew McConaughey is one of those actors that it's like I didn't realize how much I liked him until you think of all the movies that he's done, and I'm just like, fuck, I like that movie too.
He's so good.
He could do it all, man. He can do drama. He can do fucking comedy. He can do action. He can do whatever the fuck you want. Like,
exactly. He is one of the most like well-rounded characters.
And he started off
actors,
just a fucking goofy, good-looking dude in movies, and like, look at him now, man. He's like one of the best actors out.
I think so too. He is definitely one of the best. Like even small parts, like in The Wolf of Wall Street, like everyone talks about that part.
He's in it for 10 minutes, bro, and he's still great. Yeah. I don't like Dallas Buyers Club, not because it's not a good movie. It's just depressing as fuck.
It is really depressing.
It's one of those movies. It's like Schindler's List. You watch it one time, you fucking have a good cry, and then you go on about your life.
Exactly,
you know?
like The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Yeah,
watch
like,
it once, get it out.
Yeah,
your
like
system.
That's one of those movies. Like, why would I buy this? You know, like I don't want to feel this sad again.
Yeah,
great, beautiful story, whatever, and then we move on. But
there was one he did, Mud. I really, really liked that one too.
I didn't watch that one. But
really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
have to put that on the list.
Going on your list.
I even some of the ones that people don't like Rain of Fire. I like Rain of Fire, man.
Yep.
I like Ghost of Girlfriend's Past. I like that movie, man. I think Michael Douglas playing the like, you know, the asshole uncle. I love that shit.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't like it, but it's I think it's funny as shit. It's kind of like a romantic comedy type of deal.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's like a Christmas story, but it's Matthew McConaughey instead of Scrooge McDuck, and like, I don't know. Just dogs all these women out, and then his uncle was the same way. Showed him how to do that shit. And he finds the one he loves. And he's trying to like fix it. I don't know. It's all right. It's not great, but now that I'm going back through the plot, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of fucking stupid, but it's still
you enjoy it.
But it still had some funny shit in it, though.
Right.
You
know? Speaking of like, so I wasn't sure what to give you after this one, and I've been putting this one off for a while, and I've been wanting to give it to you, so I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna give it to him.
All right.
Fucking the Sasquatch Gang.
Sasquatch Gang.
We're finally gonna do it.
All right.
So I was in this like Facebook group.
Oh, it's
like,
Justin Long.
It's Justin Long. And they were talking about good bad movies, and this one got brought up, and I was like, what the fuck is Sasquatch Gang? So I looked it up, and I'm like, it has Justin Long in it. Like, let me check this out. So I was bored.
How did you find it on Blu-ray?
I bought that shit on Amazon
because
really? I like it so much.
That good, huh?
Yeah.
Rated R?
No, it's not good at all.
Oh no,
it's not good.
Okay.
But it's a cute movie. So one day I was bored, and I was like, so I look at the wife. I'm like, I kind of heard about this movie called Sasquatch Gang with Justin Long. She's like, you know what? I don't care. Just put it on and we'll see. And we both had so much fun watching this movie.
All right. Well, I like two of the guys. This dude, he was in that movie Grind about the skateboarders.
Oh yeah,
did you ever see that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, he played. That's a funny movie, dude.
He's my favorite person in this movie.
This guy?
I love him.
He's funny as shit in that skateboard movie.
Really, he's fucking hilarious in this movie.
You know, that's also one of the kids from Super Troopers that gets pulled over.
Oh right,
I can't pull over any farther. That's him.
Oh, that's
dude.
him. I know I've seen him in other things.
Yeah, dude. Like,
he is fucking hilarious. His name's Shirts, and he doesn't wear a shirt.
Nice. I like it already. Right.
So the whole plot is
I just read the back of it. It seems like it's gonna be a bunch of shenanigans.
Yeah, it's a bunch of shenanigans with these like kids, and this Justin's Long character though fucking kills me.
Yeah.
I'm excited to rewatch this.
It's like a fucking dweeb.
Yeah, he is. He's a fucking dweeb.
That jean jacket vest with the sleeves cut off though.
He has in the movie he wears a Saint Anger shirt.
Oh, nice. Metallica, the worst album.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's a fucking dweeb.
Nice.
But it's gonna be a fun time.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Get a good laugh, anyways.
It's the guy that helped the director with Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, okay.
So he worked on Napoleon Dynamite and then did this, and it didn't work out. But
John Heater didn't direct that.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe he wrote it.
Maybe.
I thought he wrote it or something. That's why everybody gave him so much credit for it.
Probably, but this guy helped him with it, so
That's what I'm
you'll
saying.
get that like Napoleon Dynamite feel.
Oh, okay. You know, that's another one, man. Like, that movie's so fucking stupid, but
It
it's
is.
so
I've been
great.
wanting to rewatch it.
I watched a couple of the highlights on fucking YouTube the other day. I still died, dude. Pedro can offer you protection. That fucking lowrider comes up. Just lets him go.
And like one of the guys at work, or when we work, eat the food, Tina.
Eat your food, Tina, fat cow. Yeah, that movie was like, it was definitely ahead of its time, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he made
it did well, but
he made a killing off of that shit. Man.
I remember going into Hot Topic and there was like a whole fucking side of the store for Napoleon Dynamite.
Shirts, fucking everything
you
man.
can think of.
Ligers, even drawings of ligers on fucking shirts. I was just like, wow. And I didn't want to get on the hype train because I didn't go see it in theaters.
Me either. I was like, I'm not watching that dumbass movie. Like, it's too overhyped. I'm not gonna like appreciate it. But then
I feel like my girlfriend at the time like rented it from Blockbuster or some shit, and we watched it, and I was just like, this movie's fucking stupid.
yeah, you got to be in the right mindset. Let me just say
And then
that.
I watched it again, and yeah, much better,
Much better.
much better the second time. But yeah. Some of that, dude, Uncle Rico, bro, that is fucking gold.
Well, hopefully you get the same enjoyment from this because it's on the same like level almost.
Do we actually get a Sasquatch?
I don't know. I guess you gotta find out.
Oh man! All right, now I'm excited.
So I went to like watch the preview because I thought like I went on Vudu and it said watch the trailer. I'm like, oh, let me see what the trailer's about. You know, Vudu does this shit where it doesn't. If the movie doesn't have a trailer, it plays like the first 2 minutes of the movie.
Oh really?
And it's fucking weird.
Huh?
So whenever I watch the trailer, I'm like, that was a weird trailer. The wife is like, I think that was the beginning of the movie. And sure enough, it was.
Nice. And you still watched it?
Still watched it because it was so weird. I was like, that's a really weird. Because the kids are playing like they're LARPing, live action role playing.
Nice.
And they're acting like they're wizards and knights and stuff fighting each other. I was like, that's really weird. Then Justin Long's character comes up, bunch of fags. What are you fags doing?
All right, oh, that's gonna be a good watch.
It is.
I'm gonna give that a
I'm
good
excited.
watch. Yeah.
But anyway,
What do you give this? What do you give RocknRolla though?
a high recommended.
Oh, you gave it a high recommended.
Especially if you like Snatch and you liked I'm assuming the
Yeah,
Gentleman.
if you're a Guy Ritchie fan and you haven't seen it for some reason,
Definitely watch it.
right,
This is like one of his better ones.
for sure.
There's a bunch of good funny shit in here.
Yeah, I love that shit.
I'm like you. I hope Have you ever seen Misfits, the TV show? It's like a British superhero movie, or not superhero, but these kids get like superpowers.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Really? The Umbrella Academy.
I've seen the previews for it, but I've never watched it.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a character in both of those that really reminded me of the Son. Like the same kind of like mannerisms and humor and stuff. Really reminded me of him. So hopefully they do get together and do a second one. I would love to see that. Especially he did a good one on Gentleman. I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah,
so
that
it
one
sounds like he has his mind right. Like
that one was great.
Let's get back on this Snatch train.
You know who really stole that movie though? If I'm being honest, The Gentleman. Matthew McConaughey plays a great role in it. Yeah. Charlie Hunnam, the dude from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Fucking kills this movie, bro.
Really?
He plays his right hand man. Like nobody. Like that's why gangsters aren't still as big and successful now, because there's just not that kind of loyalty anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and Colin Farrell plays a really good part in this movie. Like it kind of restored my faith in Colin Farrell's acting in this movie. because he put out some movies. I was like, oh, these movies suck ass, but
Yeah,
he does a good job in this one.
that's cool. Well, that's the good thing about Guy Ritchie is he brings like the good out of his actors because he has so many actors in his movies and he puts them on their A game. I don't know what he does, but
I think it's one of those things that like he probably writes that character with that person in mind. Like
so well. Yeah.
that's
Oh,
who
that makes sense. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what, Colin? Like when I wrote this character, I said only Colin Farrell could play this guy.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You know, and that also gives you some ammunition going into a meeting with somebody. Because, like, I'm sure he didn't know all these people personally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, through, you know, other people and shit. He was just like, you know what, man, I got something I think you'd be fucking great for. And, you know, after a couple hits, then people are like, hey, man, well, this guy's fucking, you know, Sherlock Holmes made fucking money. This made money. People love that Snatch movie. Like, why wouldn't I do a fucking movie with him?
Yeah.
Jason Statham probably loves the fucking guy. It's kind of weird because he was in his first couple and then he hasn't done one since.
He was doing Death Race.
Is that what it was?
Fun fact, yeah. He was in the middle of doing Death Race whenever he started this movie, so he wasn't able to be in this movie.
That is an awesome fun fact, Greg.
Yep.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Because I was thinking the same thing.
Because I was hoping it was something like that and not like they just don't fuck with each other anymore because that would be heartbreaking.
Right.
Because I honestly feel like Jason Statham had the trajectory he had because of that movie because it didn't cost a lot to be good.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I would love to see them work together again because they play well off each other. His writing
if you did do a RocknRolla too, like make him the fucking bad guy in it or something.
Oh my God,
like
that would be so
Jason
great.
Statham plays an asshole almost as good as a fucking hero, man.
Right.
Like, yeah, that would be dope as shit.
We need to start a fucking petition to get the second one made because now I want to see it. Yeah,
bro. That would be fucking awesome. You little pussy, you think you're a RocknRolla. Like, he could do it, man.
he could.
He could. I would definitely go pay. I'd pay good money to see that.
Absolutely. But I don't have much more to say on it, though. It's a good movie. Check it out. Highly recommended.
For sure. And next week will be Szechuan Gang, right?
Hell yeah. And then after that, Gentleman, I guess.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Gentleman, man.
So we got these lined up.
You know, I'm so glad that, like, you know, you do like gangster movies, but there are some that you've let slip through the cracks, so I can give them to you now, man.
I'm actually glad that I didn't watch them, so I get to watch them now.
Yeah, man.
And talk about it. Like,
yeah, because, like, I think, I have to remember what I gave you the one, like King of New York. Like, there's some that I find that are, like, I love them even though they're not great movies. Like, I just like certain aspects about them that make them great, like Last Man Standing.
Right.
It's not a great movie by any fucking means, but I just love some of the gun shootouts in it. And
Yeah.
I like Bruce Willis's swagger in that fucking in that movie, man. He just gives no fucks.
I love that you find those like bargain bin gangster movies and make me watch them.
Yeah, man.
I actually do enjoy it.
Like, why not, dude? Shit, you know. And it like pushes that genre as far as it'll go. Like I've seen some shitty gangster movies and I've seen some fucking good ones. So I like being able to say I got the whole spectrum of it.
Yeah, you definitely do.
And I'm gonna slowly take you through it with me.
Hey, I'm fine with that.
You're getting artsy. We're getting gangsta bitch.
I'm getting artsy in like B movies.
Yeah.
That's what I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure to give you an artsy movie or a B movie, but I wanted to talk about this one so much. So
I couldn't believe how fucking fired up I was to talk shit about Geely last week, man. Like I still got a fucking good laugh out of it when I was watching it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know, I rewatched it. Mick even messaged me and he's like, "Hey dude, I fucking love that episode." I was like, we had a lot of fun.
Oh, we really did though, man. We just fucking off, man. Like it was great because like that's the good thing when you both watch a movie that you just know is terrible
And then just shit on it for an hour.
Yeah, like sometimes you need that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, definitely. That's what the death box is for.
Makes me feel better about myself.
Right.
Like we could just trash this shit. Yeah.
Still waiting on Ice Pirates. We're gonna get it one day.
I still can't believe that's a thing, bro.
Me
Like
too.
that doesn't sound like a real movie, man.
Especially when you like tell somebody the plot. Like that didn't happen. Oh, it did. Right after.
And then how do you make it an hour and a half, though? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, how do you make that dumb shit last?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
I guess so.
Eventually,
Dude,
I know.
how fucked up would it be if like 50 minutes through they just stop trying to make a real movie and they just start doing porn? Like it just turns in like, oh, shiver me quivers, you know? And she's just like, fuck me, Ice Pirate. Like, how funny would that be?
I was thinking about this the other day, and I don't know why, but you know there's got to be at least like one dude out there that misses those like movie porns. Like they kind of had the shitty plot, but he's like, I enjoy the plot. Like the sex is cool too, but
it makes you care about the shit getting railed down. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know her story
because like porn is so available on the internet, and it's just like they get straight to the business. There's
I
more.
feel like we were the last generation that had to get creative with our porn,
right?
Because
right.
We were right at the edge of the bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had a computer, yeah, you could get porn, but you're fucking virusing that bitch up hard. Your parents would fuck you up.
Right.
Because it was always the family computer. You know what I mean? You can't get caught doing that shit. You're having to look up, like, fucking National Geographic, so you see some tits, whatever, but... And then, like, you know, if you were lucky, if you had a cool old dad that would, like, hook you up with a nudie mag or something like that, but... Yeah, now I can pull my phone out and look at any kind of fucked up filth I want within seconds, bro.
And we've lost that porn story movie. And I know there's somebody out there that's like, I miss that.
Well, the reason why I said all that, when you brought that up, it made me think back. Do you remember, like, back in the day, like, late night Cinemax and shit? That's kind of like how those were. It was like softcore. Mm-hmm. Like, it would be like two people fighting, and then like they'd make up by the end of the thing because it would be like a 15-minute episode.
What?
They'd end up having some hot, passionate, like non-showing fucking dude.
Right. There was one specific. I don't remember the channel, but it did that. It showed like real movies, except these real movies had like softcore porn. So if you sit there and watch this shitty movie long enough,
right,
you get to see some shit.
And that's what I was saying, because they would always have like TMA, and then they would say not for kids and all that other shit. And it was always at like fucking 2, 3 in the morning, you know, and you weren't supposed to have it. But I just remember it being like 13, like that. I fucking loved that shit, man. Like, that could be.
We watched a lot of really shitty movies for some tits.
Yep.
Back in the day.
I remember fucking Van Wilder, man. Van Wilder had that fucking thing on the unrated one.
Yeah.
Where you chose it, the chick took her shirt off, you'd see her fucking titties when it's which like widescreen, full screen. Like, those were the years, man.
I know, right?
Thank God women actually started fucking me, man, because like that would have been bad.
It's just been an incel the rest of your life.
It's just been a real creepy. Yeah. When you're that young.
I know.
You don't get that experience.
I know. Fucking guys are animals.
We really are.
Yeah.
We really are, though.
I think it's Tom Segura that said that. He's like, your man is only as nasty as you'll let him be, because he'll do anything. For real.
Like be talked into it anyways.
Right. Your man is a lot dirtier than you think he is.
What's his name? Fucking Brian Posehn, when that bitch used to talk about, like, he's like, how do you think I'm supposed to feel when a Britney Spears music video comes on? This is, of course, back when she was, like, younger.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm not supposed to, that music's not for me. I know that. Am I supposed to be jerking my dick to it while System of a Down's playing at 3 a.m? Probably not, but I do it. Like, that shit had me funny. He's like, I'm beating my dick like it stole something from me.
That guy is so underrated. He
is really a great fucking comedian.
So funny. One of his one line that sticks in my head is like, I treated my body like I was gonna get a new body.
He tells this story about how he met Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci watched him do stand-up. And he said he was making a joke about driving by a bunch of Harry Potter fans waiting in line for the books.
Right.
And saying, fucking... Or what was he? He's a fucking Dungeons and Dragons fucking sucks. He goes, because nothing pisses off a nerd worse than fucking up their life's passion. Right. Like riding by a bunch of Star Wars people. Star Trek sucks. You know, shit like that. And he goes, and I said that joke at the show. And then after the show, they're like, yeah, Joe Pesci wants to meet you. I was like, why? And he's like, and I don't do impressions, guys. So I'm just going to make it sound like this is how Joe Pesci talked to me. Hey, that joke you did, that joke I did about the thing, it was funny. Thanks, Joe Pesci. He's like, I'm gonna use that next time I buy somebody like that. I'm gonna use that, and I still get a good laugh at that today. Thinking about Joe Pesci driving by a bookstore yelling, "Fucking Dungeons and Dragons fucking sucks," but doing it like Joe Pesci.
Oh my God! Could you imagine if you're standing out of a convention and Joe Pesci?
I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even be mad. Fucking Joe Pesci, bro.
Fucking Joe Pesci.
Pull over. You know what was great? That fucking Home Alone commercial that Google did. Did you ever see that?
I see it.
Oh man, it was like showing Macaulay Culkin now as like a grown man doing some of the shit he did in the movie. jumping up on the bed. He's like, oh fuck my back. Like,
Oh, I didn't watch it, but I like saw it around the internet. I didn't watch it though.
yeah, and Joe Pesci's watching it with his family. It's like Christmas time, you know.
Uh-huh.
And Google it did it, and he's like, yeah, you get it. The kid, he's home alone. You know? But at the end, he uses the one line that he uses in the movie. He's like, oh, the something's going on. We better get out of here. He's like, I killed it, guys. And he was like, you were great, Joe. You were great. I really did. But it's a great little, it's a nice little moment.
I might have to watch it.
Because Joe Pesci's getting old, man.
He's so old. I know, watching the Irishman, I'm like...
Dude, I was like, oh, man, they use makeup. And then you see him, like, I've watched interviews from him, like, oh, what did you think about? What was it like being back? You know, he is that old, dude.
Yeah, he is. He's older, but he's one of the GOATs.
Oh, I love him, though, man.
I know.
You know, I don't think there's ever been anybody else in history that's been in less movies than him, but had that many, like, accolades for it.
He's taken... Like, when he takes a movie, he's taking something serious. He's not just getting it for a paycheck. He's doing something he's passionate about.
And it's crazy, too, because if you think about it, like, he's really, like, it's weird movie choices, man.
It is weird. Like, Home Alone's a weird choice for him.
Dude, and he did two
he
of
makes
them.
it. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I figure is they offered him a fuck ton of money for it. Like,
maybe, but he was perfect. I could not imagine anybody else
I'll give
that.
you an even weirder one, man. Gone Fishing with him and Danny Glover. That movie makes no fucking sense, bro.
What is that?
It's a movie about them two going fishing.
Really?
And, like, they're on this boat and something happens. It's been forever since I've seen it. But
yeah, that is a weird one.
It's Gone Fishing or Going Fishing, something like that.
I think it's Gone Fishing. I think.
Yeah, it's
Because
Gone
I know
Fishing.
Because I think I've seen it somewhere, and I'm like, that's weird.
Because I just remember thinking to myself, like, this is the most two random fucking dudes you could put in a movie together.
Well, it's like Bucket List.
Yeah, but that's a fantastic movie, though.
Is it?
Dude. You don't like it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh my God, bro. That's a great movie. That's like one of my favorite Jack Nicholson movies. Man.
Really?
Yeah, because he plays
I didn't watch it because I'm like, I don't want to see two of my favorite actors kind of like slumming it as old men, being old men.
Yeah, they do it really well, though.
Do
man. They do it, man.
That's one that I wanted to get around to watch.
It's one of the, it pulls at the old heartstrings.
I believe it.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I like some of Jack Nicholson's movies, like later in his life. Like Something's Gotta Give. Like, that's a great movie, man. As Good as It Gets. I fucking love As Good as It Gets, man. I think that's probably one of his best movies. He won a fucking Oscar for that bitch. That's how good that movie was.
He's another one that has like a really like solid career from when he was younger till older.
Robin Williams had a great joke about it because, you know, he only got one Oscar for Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
And he said, like, he won that the same year that that Nicholson won for As Good as It Gets. And he said, me and Jack were standing back there with our new Oscars. And, you know, Bobo. He's talking to Robin Williams, and you know Robin Williams did a great Jack Nicholson impression. I got one of these in every decade now. And he's like, I'm so excited because I just got my first one, you know, like after forever. And all these movies I thought were great. I finally got one supporting, and this fucking guy won his fourth.
You ever seen Chinatown?
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen all of it. I think I've seen a scene or two.
Oh, I see.
Like, my dad loved it.
It is really great. I was wondering if I should put it on your list or not because it's a really great movie.
I wouldn't mind watching it. I'd put that on there. You know, another movie he did back in the day that I liked was Wolf. I like that one. Is his werewolf movie? Did you ever see that?
I don't know if I did or not. I heard it was kind of silly.
It's kind of like American Werewolf in London type shit.
Yeah, I follow a YouTuber that reviews movies, and he reviewed that movie, and the way he made it sound like it was a really strange movie. He's like, it's a really underappreciated.
It's one of those ones where it's like you start off like he's a good guy, and then by the end of the movie, you're kind of like, oh, well, he gets it. Like, he deserves it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's different. It's another fucking werewolf movie.
Yeah, because I never heard of it before I saw him talk about it.
It's old, though. I think he did it in like the 80s. Like early 80s.
It's pretty old, yeah.
But yeah, just like we got on Nicholson. But I like Nicholson, man. Shining's great.
He's great. Go.
One Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I like all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Easy Rider was a good one.
Yeah, pretty good.
I'm gonna watch the Sasquatch Gang, bro. I can't believe I'm gonna watch a movie called that.
Yeah, and Justin Long plays a fucking moron.
Does he have a mullet?
Yeah, he has a mullet. He's full, just like redneck.
He looks 14 in this
redneck
movie.
metalhead.
He looks like he did this before Dodgeball. That's how he looks.
He's pretty young. I'm not even sure when this was made. Does it say?
It'll say it somewhere.
Yeah, usually it does.
Well, it says 07, but that's when the DVD's made, so we don't know what.
Oh, that's true.
The movie. But we'll
Oh,
find
guess
out
we'll
next
find
week.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time, our next episode, it'll be Sasquatch Gang.
Later, y'all.
Later.